Hello everyone and welcome back to our yet another training session in Nuru Books Accounting Software Certificate course. This is our session number 2 under Unit 7 where we are working with the suppliers. In the previous session, we saw how to enter the goods received note in Nuru Books Accounting Software. This is Unit 8. Of our training session working with the suppliers. So in session number 1 we looked at how to post the goods received note, the GRN, in your Nuru Books accounting software. And I think in the previous one I also talked about Unit 7. That's my mistake. You forgive me for that. Let's now proceed and update our information and take this as our unit number 8. There was an increase in the number of units because of the fact that I had to handle certain issues independently from the other. So we left off after having created our GRN 002, which was from St. Joseph Production. They had given us some items to resell in our business St. Mark Technical Institute. In this session, we are going to proceed and complete the cycle, the procedure, by entering the purchase invoice. Now, as you saw in the first session, we created a goods received note. Now, the goods received note, of course, comes with the invoice. So we are now going to match our goods received note with the invoice. In the instance that the supplier has not issued an invoice but has already delivered the goods, you can always leave the GRN sitting in the system, and then when you get the invoice, you can always match it. Before we go into the posting of the invoice or the bill from our supplier St. Joseph Production, we are going to just inspect what happened in the books of accounts. So what happened in regard to this, if I take you to the accounting section, you see that under the trial balance, we have an increase in the asset, which is the inventory, as you can see here. Okay, so what happened is that the system actually captured this liability. Okay, captured this liability around here. As you can see, we have a goods clearing account, this one here. So what happened is that the 225 has been added to the 300 million, okay, to give us 525 million. So this is a total of St. Joseph Supplier and Beta Traders. So you're going to agree with me that the system has actually done the accounting with you, or the accounting for you, that matter, and therefore we have a goods received clearing account, which I'm now going to debit. Okay, I'm going to debit this account and then transfer the money to the accounts payable. So I'm supposed to have St. Joseph's here receiving that money on its account. Then again, when you look at some of the accounting that has been done here, when you look at the balance sheet under the reports, you see that on the balance sheet I already have that clearing account holding that money. The goods received clearing, the 225, is holding that money, awaiting for the posting of the bill. So when I post the bill, you're going to see that this goods clearing account is going to be netted off to 0, and then we are going to have an increase in the accounts payable. You're going to see St. Joseph Production here having its inventory recorded, or its supply recorded here. So this is the balance sheet. So in brief, we shall be looking at the reports in more detail ahead of this training, so that you can keep on following on what you are posting in the system. So let us go ahead, come back to the dashboard. We go to expenses and bills. This is where we enter our bills. So I click on that. I'm going to be taken to the expenses and bills work space. Okay, under this there are several functional areas. The suppliers, bills, bill payments, and also expenses. So to enter the bill, we shall come to the bills functional area, click on that, and here, as you can see, we have some that have been entered. Don't mind about this. This is already beta traders that I had to work on. Of course, when you try and see it has been approved, I can only audit it to see who entered it. That is the other thing I need to talk about when it comes to Books accounting software. You can always look at the trail, the audit trail, who entered this bill, who is the operator, when was it entered, was it modified, what's the record in Books, record ID will also be there. This can always be shared with your administrator if you have any issues with the record. The references are here, approved, and all that. So you can always inspect your transactions as they happen. So to enter the bill, I'm going to click on enter bill button here. Click on that. I'm going to be taken to this form, which again has this very thin footer capturing who has entered, who's logged in, the date and the time. So I'm going to go ahead. I locate the supplier here, and that is St. Joseph. Now when I click on that, the system is automatically going to look through St. Joseph production to see if it has any GRNs. Remember, the bill I'm entering must be matched with the GRN that we entered in session number 1. So if the company doesn't have GRN, then you just enter the bill straight away, no problem. But if the company is using the GRN procedure and system, which is the proper way of doing accounting, you need to match your bill with the GRN already entered. So I'm going to click on this GRN to confirm that indeed I want this bill to be linked to the GRN, so that the system can be able to do what we call a three-way matching of that transaction. So I enter the date, which is again 5th of because I'm assuming that the GRN and the bill came together, so that is the 5th of January. The due date is the 30th, like that. Then the reference, I can put the reference given in the training material, which is PJ 56. Then the currency, this is the other thing that you will notice that we have some currencies here. So I'll be talking about the functional currency and the presentation currency in Books accounting software. So now we shall leave it in UGX because that is our currency. I come to products here. I'm going to select this was an armchair. Okay, click on that, and then the units are 900 units. Okay, remember I'm matching with this GRN, everything must be the same almost, and then I submit for approval. So in properly established structures of finance and accounting department, another person would ideally approve that bill. So we are going to go ahead and approve it ourselves. So we shall come back again to bills. As you can see on the table here, you see that this bill 003 from St. Joseph is actually pending approval. So if this is some other person's right, they will come here and then approve it. So we are going to approve it. So we click on approve, and then the system is going to do its magic there, and then this becomes approved. So approved means what? Approved means that this bill is now set for payment. So if you want to pay it, you can just click on pay, and then you enter this. We shall be talking about how to pay these bills ahead. Then also you can still pay the bill under the bill payment functional area in your expense bills workspace. So when I click on that, you can always enter or see what has actually been paid. Okay, you can see what has actually been paid. If you want any changes to be made, we shall be seeing all that in the next training session. So we are going to proceed to the next video, where we are going to talk about how to extract the purchases report. I think that is our session number 2. I wish you all the best. See you in the next session. Thank you.